Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Amber Serpent, where it's that time of the week once again where we will take the runes and see what they might have to say for guidance for the next week. If you're not familiar with what the runes are, I use the runes of the Elder Futhark. It is the alphabet that is associated with Northern Scandinavian people, ancient people. And it is said that each one of these symbols is not just a letter, but also represents a variety of different myths, lores, legends, nature, elements, all kinds of different things, and that each one of them is associated with a vibration that is specific to planet Earth before planet Earth sprang to life from the Great Void. So we basically are taking a look at and see how the energy is lining up for the next week and see what kind of guidance we might have on how to best focus and utilize our own energy. All right, so let's get to it. So let's see. So those of us who are watching, even if it's, in the recording, that's fine. Even then, I believe that setting the intention with me actually makes a difference because energy doesn't know time or space. So let's set the intention of asking, what do we need to know or do to benefit us the most over the next coming week? What do we need to know or do? Okay, rune pool number 1. Okay, we have the horse and the rider. This is about relationships typically. We have Isa, which is the ice rune. And we have Gibo. It's an X, usually about reciprocation, a gift for a gift. Rune pool number 2. All right, second week in a row now that this particular rune has come up, and I'm very pleased to see her. It is Fehu. This is about wealth and luck. Could use a little bit of that. Thank you very much. We've got the Sacred Masculine rune, the Seed of Potential, Ingwaz. We have Perthro, which is the mystery rune. It's the womb, the void from which everything has come. And rune pool number 3. Okay, we have 2 runes that came out this time. Communication and community. Okay, so let's take a look and see how they are all playing with one another. So first, right off the bat, with Isa being in the play, it can mean that Isa and the relationship rune came out together. And so the way that I'm seeing that is there might be a pause that we might need to take in regards to a relationship over the next week. It could be a pause in regards to communication on how we want to say or what we want to say with somebody. And in regards to reciprocation, Gibo, what I'm seeing here is that we are pulling our energy back to a certain extent in order to be able to decide in a more conscientious way of how we want to respond or react to a particular situation or a particular relationship. And this is really about prioritizing our me time. This is about bringing our energy back so that we can spend a little bit more time on numero uno. So what I see here is that there may be a need to rest, a need to meditate, a need to just hit the pause button and just take a time out. I don't necessarily see that this is going to necessarily be something where people are angry and that's why they're needing space. Just sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you just need a little bit of time for you. And so the runes are definitely saying that this actually does serve the best and highest good. Like, take time to do you. And if that means that you need to ask for a little bit of space and a little bit of time for yourself, that Gibo is saying that that is something you absolutely deserve to ask for. Because what that brings out in the next set of runes that we pulled is Fehu, which is an increase of wealth and luck, and a seed of new beginning, a seed of potential. My thought is that having some alone time and to contemplate, to meditate, to journal, pull cards, whatever your spiritual practice might be, will not just have a rejuvenating effect, but will provide us a little bit of clarity on what is the next step and how can we attract a little bit more of the good stuff, all the good things for our future. And one of the thoughts about Perthrow, which is the next rune that came up, is whatever this open end is facing is what is being birthed. That's one way of that folks will use this. And I like that analogy. And so I do use it. And it was actually facing communication and tribe, community. So in taking this time to pause and to spend some time with yourself, to meditate, to rest, to do what you need to do, will create an additional amount of clarity that will strengthen your community overall. That ironically, putting yourself first is actually what is absolutely needed to benefit the greater good of everyone. Be that this community might be your job, it might be maybe if you're taking a class, might be school. It could be your family, and so could be roommates. So a good example of this might mean that you just take a short road trip out of town for the weekend because you need a break from your living situation, from your roommates or from the family circus that's at home, and that it's absolutely okay to ask for that. It might mean that you're needing to take a break from work, and so you take a few days off in order to just clear your head and to rejuvenate and take some special care of you. And then when you return, you will have a communication, you will have clarity on whatever situation, or it may not even be a situation for some folks. It might just be we are rejuvenated, and so our communication is more clear in and of itself. And when we're more clear, it's a lot easier to attract some of the good things and to have a seed of potential for something that's worthwhile planting. So this is really an opportune time to take some time for you. And if you need any permission to do so, the runes have given you permission. It's in the energy this week that it absolutely benefits everyone that we take time to rejuvenate for ourselves. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week at Rune Reading Wednesday. This Friday, I am having another reading event at Everything Just Rocks from noon to 6. If you are wanting to reserve your spot for that, I do have event rates that are up to 30% off for my readings. So drop me a line if you would like to reserve a time slot for you. Otherwise, I do also offer ongoing sessions that are on Zoom, FaceTime, or phone. So if you're in need of some additional clarity on something specific, drop me a line and I'd be glad to assist. Have a great rest of your week, and I look back to seeing you here for Rune Reading Wednesday next week. Thanks. Bye.